When we talk about a sound, we might say it is high. A small bird's chirp is a high sound. Other sounds are described as low or deep. When we talk about how high or low a sound is, we are talking about its pitch. The pitch of a sound is related to the frequency or speed of the vibrations coming from a sound source. High frequency vibrations move quickly. Low frequency vibrations move slowly. High frequency vibrations produce a sound with a high pitch. A sound with a low pitch comes from low frequency vibrations. Adjusting a sound source, such as a musical instrument, to produce a certain pitch is called tuning. High frequency equals high pitch. Low frequency equals low pitch. Getting in tune. Most musical instruments make sounds in one of three ways. String instruments, such as the guitar or violin, make sounds with vibrating strings. Musicians either pluck the strings or move a bow across them. The strings are tightened or loosened with tuning pegs. Each string is tuned to a certain pitch. Take note. Each musical note has a specific frequency. For instance, middle C is 262 vibrations per second. It doesn't matter what instrument plays the note. The frequency of middle C is always 262 vibrations per second. Here you can see the notes and the frequencies. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The note at the top of the scale has exactly twice the frequency of the note at the bottom. Two notes, one of which has twice the frequency of the other, are said to be separated by an octave. Other pitches can be produced by pressing down on strings with the fingers. This shortens the strings, making higher pitches. In wind instruments, such as the flute or trombone, the sound is produced by a vibrating column of air. Pitch is controlled by varying the length of this column of air. A flute's pitch is controlled by placing the fingers over the holes in it. This shortens or lengthens the column of air that vibrates inside the flute. Winds around the world. We're used to seeing and hearing many wind instruments. Tubas, saxophones, flutes, and clarinets are well known, but there are other wind instruments you may not know about. Wind instruments all over the world vary in shape and sound. They all use a vibrating column of air to make sound. People throughout the world have tried using different materials to make music. They use what they find in their own lands. That is why many of these instruments work the same way but look different. However, some instruments from different parts of the world look a lot alike too. Did you know that bagpipes are played in Europe, Asia, and Africa? People have always traded and moved from one country to another. Sometimes this spreads musical instruments to different parts of the world. The sheng is a Chinese wind instrument. It has many pipes and is similar to a harmonica. The zurna is a wind instrument of Turkey. It is similar to an oboe. The Middle Eastern ney and the Swazi umsushingo are both types of flutes. Australian Aborigines play the didgeridoo. This instrument is a type of trumpet. Panpipes, shown at right, are played in Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific Islands. The pipes are different lengths and are tied together. Each pipe is a simple flute. A trombone player's lips vibrate against the mouthpiece when the player blows. The player tenses and relaxes the lips to produce different pitches. The player also controls the pitch by moving a slide back and forth. This changes the length of the column of air inside the trombone. With percussion instruments such as the kettle drum, sound is made by striking the surface. Pitch depends on the tension, tightness, or looseness of the surface. The kettle drum can be tuned to various pitches. This is done by loosening or tightening the surface of the drum head. Big sounds, small sounds. Tuning varies the pitch of sound an instrument makes, but the size of the instrument is important also. Big instruments generally make lower vibrations than small ones. The smaller the instrument, the faster the vibrations and the higher the sound. Inside a flute, there is a smaller column of air than inside a trombone. A cello has a bigger body and longer strings than a violin. It also makes a deeper sound. Bongo drums make higher sounds than bass drums.